Okay, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, let me continue my computer programming tutorial for BMS engineering. Now, guys, I already opened my Visual or Visual Studio 2010. Okay, now all I need to do is open the previous project. Okay, so you can see your recent project in this part. Okay, or you can just try to go to the file. Okay, let me file, then you can open. Okay, then look for your solution. Okay, now here what I'm going to do is just open this my first program. Okay, so just click this, then Visual Studio will open it for you. So this will be part 2 of this video or series of video tutorial for programming. Okay. Now, guys, this is different from control logic programming. Okay, because in control logic programming, we're using Menta editor or Menta engineering tool for programming. Okay, but this one is for computer programming. Okay, now I'm just going to give you an idea how are you going to write your first program. Okay, now here just to wrap it up, I mean, just to review it, we have when we are starting or creating our application, then by default, Visual Studio will create for you a form. Okay, so we have a form here. So let me go to my first program. This is the application, and the first object is here. You can say this is the object container of other controls. Okay, now I have added two label controls here or two label objects. Okay, now again the text property of this one is by default it is label one, so I will try to change this to input. Okay, so we will create a very simple program. Input first number. Okay, now this one will be adding two number. Okay, so this is very simple program. Okay, now input first number, so I can just copy this, control C, then I need to change also the text property of this one. Okay, it is by default is label 2, so I will put the input. Okay, first number, now but this time I will say give me the second number. Second number. Okay. Now, okay. So see how easy it is to change the properties of an object. Okay. Now, this is a prompt for the user to input something when our application is running. So the user needs to input some values. Okay. So I need to get my tools. Okay, so I need a text box here. Okay, now just double click it, it will be there in your form. Okay. So this one will be for my input first number, meaning the user will try to input the first number from this text box. Okay, so the text box by default, it will be the object name will be text box one. Okay. Now I will try to rename this object. I will say txt. Now if it's a text box, I will start my object name with okay txt. Okay. Text. Then I will say first. Okay. Now for the naming of the object, it will depend on you, but always specify an object name which is descriptive, because this object name you will be using this during coding or when you are going to write uh, the code. Okay. Okay, so that will be my first text box control there. Okay, now instead of going to the toolbox, I can just copy this. Okay, so if you are copying, make sure you will select the object, then you can use the copy shortcut, which is the combination of control and C. Okay, then click anywhere in the form, then Control V. Okay, so that will be our uh, second text box there. Then likewise, I want to change the object name to txt. Okay, I will say second number. Okay, so second number. Now, okay, let me resize the form. Okay, then you can select all and try to move these controls in the form. Okay, now you can change also the font of your labels. Okay, you can go to the properties, then look for the font. Then, okay, let's make it a little bit. Let's try to. Okay, now you can just uh, click it here to change the font. Okay, okay. Now I can say I want to use Tacoma. Then I want to bold the letter so it will give more emphasis. Then I want to change the size. Okay. As I said, when you are using the likewise, I want to change also the uh, the same font here, bold, then also 10. Okay. Now, so as you can see here, now the what you call this one, I want to change the text property of my form. Okay, so we can change it in our code. Okay, let me go here in our coding tab here. Just give me a minute. Okay, now when the form loads, I want to put here uh, adding. Okay, my computer is doing some. Okay, okay, adding. Okay, adding two numbers. Okay, so when it loads the form, when the form loads, then my text property will be adding two numbers. Now you can change it also here if you want. Just click the form, then you go to the text, then you can change it here. Adding two numbers. So you will be having like a redundant instruction there. Okay. Now this one is when it loads, then you can change the property of the form. Okay. Now here, okay, then I need to add some more control. So I will add a button. Okay. So I will say, I will put it here. Then again, my button. Now I can change the object name of my button. Now maybe you are asking, do we really need to change the object name? Now, guys, if the objects are just, let's say here, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 objects, then maybe you can just leave the default name of the objects. But the problem is if you have several text boxes, let's say you have 10, it's really hard to remember what is text box 1 for, text box 2 for, text box 3 for. So that is the reason why we're trying to change the object name. Okay. So let's change the object name so you will get used to it. Okay, so button. Now if it is a button, the object name, I usually start it with both BTF. Okay, let me just BTF. Okay, then this one is since it is adding two numbers, then I will say button add. Button add. Okay. So to make it more what you call this one, to make it more descriptive. Okay, then I will change here the by default the text property of the button will be button one, so I will change it to one. Okay, add. Now likewise, you can change also the font. Okay, font change it also the Tahoma. Okay, bold and 10. Okay, okay. Now I need to use another text box and a label. So I will just copy this. Control C, Control V. Okay, now it's here. Then I change the property of this from input second number. I could say result. Okay, let's just put it there. Okay, then this one, the object name, again, it will be text box one because we renamed the previous text box there. Okay, so let's use this text, delete text answer. Text answer. Okay. Okay, then I can put one control C, control B. I will put another button here. Okay, but this time it will be my button close. Okay, then the text property I will change it to close. Okay, let me capitalize it. Okay. Okay, then this will be my very first computer programming. Now the graphical user interface is finished, or the design is all is done. Okay, because we are doing a simple one. Now it's time for us uh, to do the coding. Okay, now for the coding, we are trying to code the event procedure. When you say event, what happened? Let's say, what happened if I will click this button? So if I will double click this, then again, it will go to the coding tab. Now, as you can see here, private, private sub button add click. So that is the event procedure. So what will happen if I will click this button? So this is the instruction. Okay. So I need to add the two numbers. Okay. Then I need to add the two numbers and put the result in this text box. Okay. So let me go back to my coding block, coding tab. Okay. So what I will do now, this one is text answer. Okay. Then this one is text first number, text second number. Okay. Now let's do the coding now. Okay, so I will say I will put the result in my text box for answer, which is text. Okay, now here this is the good thing of Visual Basic. It will show you the object name, okay, that you specified here. So by default, there are three objects which starts with txt. The one you use to change the object name of the three text boxes. Okay, I need the text answer. Okay, now that this is the dot notation, meaning you are trying to refer to the specific or refer to the properties of the object. So I'm going to use the text property. So this one, so meaning text answer the text, I want to put some value in the text property of this text answer. So how I'm going to put it by using the equal sign, which is the assignment operator. Okay, so meaning in my text answer, that text box, the text property, I want to put some value there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use the built-in function val. Built-in function val will try to extract the value or the equivalent value which is typed in that text box, text property. Okay, so val. So I want to get the value, whatever is uh, whatever. Okay, let me go back there. Okay, just this is the problem. My computer, it's getting slow. Okay, so just bear with me, guys. Okay, so text first number that text. So I want to get or extract the value, whatever is typed in that text box. Okay. Then, of course, this program is for adding two numbers. So I will say val again. I want to extract the value in the text second number. Okay, that okay, I want to get the text property. Okay, whatever is the user will type something in that text box, then I want to extract the value there. Okay, so this will be the uh, code for our add button. Okay, so if you double click, then this will be the code. So for the time being, just ignore whatever is provided here by the Visual Basic. Okay, now as you can see, private sub, there will be always a closing and sub here. Okay, so just pay attention to the instruction inside the button add click procedure or event. Okay, now so I want just to review text answer that text, that is the text box I tried to use for my result, for the value for the first number here that will be added. Okay, by the way guys, plus is used in Visual Basic as addition. Then again, I want to get the value whatever is typed in the text second number text box. Okay, so again, our coding is almost done, but I want to code this close. Okay, so close, this is very simple. Me, so I'm referring to the form me that close. Okay, now the code. Okay, so we have three events here. First event is when the form loads. This is our instruction. So main form load, adding two numbers. Okay, then the next instruction that we have here is when the user click the button add. Okay, then again another instruction when the user click the close button. Okay, now but of course the user will be prompted to input numbers here. Okay, now since this is number, let me change the property for the text alignment. Okay, now the text alignment by default it will be left, so I want it to be right because these are numbers. Okay, so that's why I want it to be in the right one. I want it to be right aligned. Okay, now we can save. Okay, well, how you save? Just click save all here. Okay, then now how about the startup position of my, so center screen, the startup position of my form is center screen. Okay, now let me just try to run. Okay, try to run. Okay, so this is now the application running or the simple program running. So again, as you can see, the user will be prompted to input first number. So I will say 45. Then I can click input second number. I will click it here. Then I will say 32. Okay. So since this is adding two numbers, we are expecting based on our code that when I click this add button, the result of adding two numbers, first and second number, will be displayed in our text box result. Okay, so let us try it. I will click add. Okay, then 45 plus 32 is 77, which is correct. Okay, now I will try also to change this. Okay, so let me go back to my, but the answer is correct. Okay, anyway, I can change this one to 55, then add, then it will, the computer will add the two numbers for us. Okay, now let me just change this one also. So I will change this to right align also. Okay, so just make sure the object is selected. Okay, before changing any property of it, right? Okay, then I want to add another button here. Okay, this time I will just Control C, Control V again. Okay, I want to put it here. Okay, and this one I will change it to clear. Okay, so clear, I will clear whatever is typed in my text boxes. Okay, so uh, that is my intention in this clear button. Okay, so I will just double click this to input the code. Okay, I will say text answer the text. So if it is selected there in the IntelliSense, just press the space bar. Okay, that clear. Okay, so that is the instruction to clear the text box. Text. Okay, first number that clear. Okay, then text text second number dot, or you can just type the dot, then clear. Okay, then space bar, then click anywhere. Okay, now by default when you click anywhere, Visual Basic will include this open and close parentheses. Okay, now I will save, then I will try to run again the program. Okay, then I will say 56, 65, add, that is 121, clear. Okay, then I can say I will add to it again, then 45, add, that would be, then I want to clear, then 9 plus, okay, 57, add, okay, 66, clear, then close. Okay, guys, again, this will be the very first program that a computer engineer will learn from watching this tutorial. So how to add two numbers, then display it from this or to this text box. So first, the user will try to type in whatever number he wants, then type the second number here, then our program will add the two numbers by clicking the add button. Okay, now once again guys, this is the first program. Let me run it again. Okay, so I will say 1900, okay, maybe 19,000 plus 357, add, no issue, no worry, computer will add those numbers. Okay, so it's just like you are having your calculator, but this time the operation or the arithmetic operation is for adding only. Maybe the next part of this will be doing the for arithmetic operation. Okay, guys. So let me clear it, then close the application. Okay, then save it. Okay, so once again, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and you can always put your comment, and you can like it, share, and tell your friends about this tutorial for computer programming for a BMS engineer or a graduate of uh, engineering course which have a very less or having a very less background in computer programming. So once again, thank you for joining me. And before I will end this, God bless us all. Let's all be safe. Bye.